I always said to myself that I could endure anything for my kids. And I always knew that the day would come where something would happen, and it did. He physically abused one of my kids.
When I moved there, they didn't include the taxes with my home tax, and I didn't know I owed it. So then they came along and said I owed $5,000 for taxes.
They had broken into the garage, into the big garage door, not even the entry door, and was getting in the truck as my mom came onto the porch and drove off with the vehicle.
The judge told me, sir, you have to hire an attorney. You have to hire an attorney. I said, I can't afford an attorney and I don't need one. Here's the case. This is the facts of the case. Please make a decision. He said, we're going to give you a continuance to hire an attorney.
You know, you're grieving. These people convince you to take it out of trust. Next thing you know, they're flipping your property. You think you're refinancing, you get nothing out of it. I mean, I was totally messed up.
The people that we see who need help range across economic categories, racial and ethnic categories, neighborhoods. It's very easy for people who want to pigeonhole us to say, oh, well, the poor, they're over there. They don't affect my daily life. Well, you can't walk in the loop anymore without encountering many more poor people on the street begging than you saw a year ago, 2 years ago.
LAF is an essential part of our community. It provides services to the most vulnerable people in our community and gives them the opportunities to have some element of equal justice under law.
LAF consistently, and I think across its different programs, resists that push of marginalized and poor and otherwise disfavored populations into invisibility. Insists that these folks are part of our community. They have equal claims on public resources, equal claims on our respect and regard, equal claims on the legal system.
We've only in the last few years begun looking at the sort of multiplier effect of what happens when you get a family on disability benefits or get them food stamps or get them stably housed and get them health care. And then you compare that set of facts to what would have happened without you. And it's astonishing.
We often talk about these as legal issues or human rights issues. There are also issues of our everyday quality of life in American cities and more broadly, the kind of city, the kind of environment we want to live in.
It's difficult for me to tell someone, it should matter to you, because I think it's something that it should be obvious to people. When you see injustice, it's incumbent upon all of us to do something about it.
When we can save somebody's home, particularly where they've been in the home for 30 or 40 or 50 years, they've worked all their lives to save and pay for that home and maintain it, and then they're on the brink of losing it. When we can stop that and keep them in their home and preserve that home ownership, not just for themselves, but particularly with seniors, it's really for their inheritance to the next generation. It's really, really meaningful.
Somehow she worked it out, Ms. Weinberg, and they brought my mortgage back to 30 years, and it saved me.
Without them, I have no idea where I'd be. No clue. I'd probably be somewhere on the streets in Poland, living outside. I have nowhere to go. They came in a time in my life where I really needed them. I believe they gave their hearts for my case.
LAF was a very important part of my life, most definitely. Because again, without them, I wouldn't have been able to have the victory that I had. I wouldn't have been able to feel like a whole person.
It's real. I just hate that my sister wasn't here to celebrate with me the joy of getting our home back. And
helping take a stand and create that law. I'm very proud of that, and my family is also, and I know my parents would have too.
I believe I'm a healthier person because I'm not being who somebody else wants me to be. I'm able to be relaxed. I'm not on edge. You know, I think I can be there for my kids more.
It's really their appreciation and the love that I get back from the clients that keeps me going.
Lawyers provide essential services, and those services have to be paid for. But if the people can't afford to pay for them, there must be some agency, some outlet that can provide those services. And LAF is the one that does that most comprehensively in our community. And that's why I would encourage, if I was talking to someone, I would encourage them to support LAF financially.
We value many things in our society, and one thing that we should value more is people.
I want people to see us as part of the social service network, the sort of civic network that we're all tied together. You can't gate people off and protect them from the consequences of poverty and neglect. And for me, the happiest day will be when a non-lawyer, person who isn't a lawyer at all, says, yeah, that LAF, I really think that's a great organization. I give them something every year.